sometimes I do get people telling me that maybe you should wear a wig. Dress more feminine because you already don't have hair already. If you dress up like that, right, then more boys won't like you.
I have a friend tell me, isn't it a universal experience for girls to go to a club at a bar and then get free drinks? I just looked at her and I was like, huh?
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Hot Pot where we hop into different transitions in life. I'm Nick.
I'm Q.
I'm Joey, and today we have two very familiar faces I'm sure you've seen before on TikTok. We have Leah and Adel.
Woo! Welcome.
Please introduce yourself, guys.
Hi everyone, I am Leah. I do content on TikTok, social media, and I'm friends with all of them actually. So it's like,
Awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Adel. I also do a bit of content creation. I'm only friends with Joey.
We are friends now, Adele.
We are all friends.
Okay, we are friends now.
we are friends with me.
I'm friends with you.
Yes,
we are friends
Can you
with
be
all
friends
this.
with me too?
Also,
Okay.
what?
I love it. We're all
As
friends.
of
We're all
20 minutes
friends.
ago, we are friends, Adele.
Okay. I'm learning to make friends, so I have new friends today. Yeah.
So today we're talking about something that they both touched on before publicly, and it's about Singapore's beauty standards and also whether pretty privilege exists or not.
And the reason why we are talking about that also is because, Leah, you made a video a while back about being unconventionally attractive.
Yes.
And what your experiences with that. So I think that's quite a interesting sort of term and viewpoint, and I think we're going to dig a bit deeper into that today.
Aside from that, Adele has also shared about her alopecia journey and her struggle with hair loss.
So what made the both of you decide to share your journey? And did y'all expect a lot of people to relate?
I always have conversations about this topic with my friends. I feel like I can relate to it also, like personally from my own experience looking a certain way in Singapore. I'm also like Eurasian, right?
One video of mine went viral, and in that video itself, people started asking me questions about my hair, and I decided to, respond to it. And I didn't expect people to be so curious. In fact, I was quite taken aback when people encouraged me on. So I figured, you know what? Actually, TikTok is quite a good platform to talk about my condition and to educate others.
I remember seeing your first video and thinking like, I am so happy that social media exists for this very reason. Because like even for someone that does not have alopecia, I relate to you in sharing something so close and difficult. Like that courage is inspiring. And although I can't directly apply it to my life, I feel that it's still about body positivity. It's still about celebrating like your self-love and image.
That's so nice. It's true. I'm really glad that social media exists in this form, because right now I'm not just talking about alopecia anymore. It's about the way I dress and style. And recently I did a post about how, although I'm a female, but I like to dress androgynously, and people tend to misgender me, and how I don't take offense to that. And quite a bit of girls relate to that. Like they didn't grow up loving girly stuff, and it is okay. It doesn't take away or make us any less of a woman.
A lot of people dress and style themselves very differently from one another. People are quite unique with their styles nowadays.
Yeah.
So in terms of like beauty, right, like tastes and things like that have evolved to be quite diverse also.
Men have started wearing crop top, skirts even.
Yeah.
And we love that.
Guys started wearing it in like K-pop, for example, like performances, and then other guys will be like, oh, if these people can do it, like why can't I do it also? Yeah, so it's kind of just seeing that representation and being like, oh, if they can do it, then I'm sure it'll be fine in my own society.
How would you all define being conventionally attractive? Like what is conventionally attractive?
It's a lot of different factors, but what objectively you see online as very conventionally pretty falls into the majority race, because people find the majority race like attractive because that's what's mostly seen on media, right? So Chinese, someone who is Chinese, first of all. Second of all, they have a certain like influencer kind of look. There's a very cute girl kind of look. There's also the very like more agey, high fashion, like Marks May, for example. Like there is a spectrum of what is conventionally attractive also. I would say that pretty people, right, it's also dependent on like who is the audience for the pretty people. A lot of people say like girls' taste in pretty is very different from guys' taste in pretty.
Female gaze and male gaze.
It's
Correct.
true. There was this one time I talked to Nick about a specific influencer. I was just saying this person is so beautiful to me.
Yeah.
And he was like, no leh.
I think some people dress for a certain gaze, and it's completely okay. Like, you can dress however you want or whatever. It's just, if you're born pretty, then you're just born pretty. Like, you know, you can't change how you look. And why would you go and change yourself to like not look a certain way? They just own it. That's what I always say. Just own it. If you're pretty, you just own it.
It can turn into hatred
Of course.
and shaming. I fully celebrate the itty-bitty community. In fact, I think the itty-bitty community is like wonderful. Smaller
tits.
chests.
Sorry, then it's not itty bitty community, it's itty bitty titty community. That's
I
what it's
just
called.
learned about this community though.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool
It's on
I'm
TikTok.
part of
There's
it.
It's my club.
I remember being at an event and it was a lot of people getting dressed for a specific like
Brand.
a runway kind of thing. So it's celebrating a lot of different sizes. And it was just a whole table of beautiful women, okay, but they all had like smaller chests. And they started shitting on people with bigger chests. And like, nice man, it's not even nice, come and wear this. Like, ew, I don't like it. I'm like, you don't have to bring another body type down to celebrate having a smaller chest.
But it's very funny because when we were younger, we were made fun of.
Yes,
And it's-
runway.
Yeah, it's always like, you got small chest, you're not a woman because your front and back are both flat. So you don't have curves, and then that's always seen as not attractive.
So again, this is all about what's conventional. I mean, it's
Yeah.
conventional because it's what we are used to, what is seen on media. And I think we are starting to change what being conventional even is.
For guys, I think quite straightforward. One is the very westernized, like Polo Ralph Lauren guy. Right, when I say that, you all know, right? The blonde, blue hair. Blonde, blue hair. Blonde, blue eyes. Blonde, blue eyes, tall, that kind of vibe.
Okay, but that one is like a Angmo
Yeah.
style,
Then
right?
the other one is the Korean one. The Jungkook, the Jackson Wang, the kind of.
A lot of the conventionally attractive people in Singapore tend to look like conventionally attractive East Asian people.
Yeah.
So their beauty standard kind of like mimics a lot of what K-pop idol beauty standard is also. Not necessarily all, because I would say that's more to people who gravitate towards, you know, they like the fair kind of like natural kind of beauty. But there's also girls who gravitate towards more of like beachy kind of like more like sexy, but like in a very like classy kind of way, like European style.
Adele, can I also ask you what are your thoughts about this?
No, I'm just learning like about like what does it mean to be conventionally beautiful, because I guess I never really quite fit into this spectrum of things. I'm always like the bro friend, you know. But yeah, like learning about it, you know, like even thinking about like what a conventionally good looking man is like, how you define it. And I think I'm stuck in a very old era. Like the only conventionally handsome man that I can think of in my head, right, is, oh my god, it's like Zheng Geping. Oh my god. I don't know why.
Expecting that.
I
was
don't
not
know.
expecting
Okay,
I
'cause-
agree.
Okay, I have.
He's
Well, okay,
daddy.
yeah, okay. Him with his clothes on. Oh my god, I don't know why I give the worst example,
Pink
but
man.
In terms of things that are within our control, right? What are some things people find unattractive? Do you see that there is a trend of like what is commonly not within the conventional beauty standard?
Yeah, like tattoos or
I think
piercings.
tattoos,
things like that.
piercings.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, moles. I always get asked by aunties if I want to remove my moles.
oh my god, me too.
And they will always offer, oh, I help you remove for free.
Help you remove.
they
Who are
dig
these
out
aunties?
skin
Like, they want to remove, like when I go for like
Facial.
facial, like, or you get tattoos, your piercings are here. Are you not afraid that next time you can't get married? It doesn't need to be that they're wrong and that we are right. It's just we're just very different.
Something interesting I realized when I was talking with my guy friends the other day, right? Is there a few of them that say like, I like when the girl don't wear makeup. Then they show me a picture, right? Then I like, bro, the girl wearing makeup.
Oh my god, yes. It's a no makeup
Yeah,
look,
then
No
guys.
makeup.
It's like, you think no makeup look like that? Ah? Like there seems to be this this fixation with looking effortlessly attractive. Is that something that you're...
I think so. I think aside from that, it's like they always tell you, you should grow out your hair. Like you shouldn't have short hair. You know, because like, long hair is pretty.
Long hair is pretty.
Wearing a dress is pretty. And then there was this one time, very strange guy. When I wore boots, right? He was like, that's not pretty. That's not attractive. It's just shoes, eh. It's just
That's
shoes.
not pretty.
Yeah, put chill. Yeah.
Puchi.
Okay, I'm exaggerating,
going out
but
with the wrong man.
but basically
My
basically to them it's like if you are grungy or more masculine in terms of your dressing or in terms of your behavior, is immediately not attractive because they want someone who is like a soft girl.
It's very, very deep rooted in our society to appeal to like the male gaze or have that kind of validation from men as women, I think. Not necessarily all women. I'm just saying like sometimes when you hear comments from guys like, hey, why you wear that? Like not very nice. Then you're like, hey, is it really not very nice? Like you will like question it maybe. You don't have to place your value on what the opposite gender thinks also. I think surround yourself with people who are like a bit more supportive of like how you are and make you feel beautiful for who you are.
Have women said things to you and made you feel the same way?
Hey, very good point leh. 真的. I also want to know.
I think I'm fairly confident lah. Like if I like something, then I will just like the thing lah. No, but I think it's a spectrum of men. There are the men who are confident and like I know what I like, so I'm gonna just wear whatever I like. There are the men who are insecure, so like those I think they will seek validation from both men and women.
Sure.
Then there are those that just don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's about if you're confident and you are at peace with who you are on the inside and outside, you won't really be swayed by
Yes.
like any outside factors.
Just now I mentioned about hair, right? And regarding your alopecia journey, you did mention on TikTok before that, you know, you struggle with these things. Maybe you can share with us more about how hair was an impact on how you view yourself.
I used to be quite vain. I mean, okay, as all girls would. I always say that I'm very chin chai, although I do dress very androgynously even back then, right? Having a long hair, I didn't realize how much I care about my hair until the moment where I started losing it. That was when like, oh my god, okay, actually my hair mattered quite a bit to me. When I first realized that, oh, I didn't actually have a choice to, you know, shave my head bald, that hit me pretty hard. I mean, it hit me pretty hard. I hid away for a good while, and there was a period of time I didn't even look at the mirror. In fact, I don't even have eyebrows at the point of time, and I have to learn how to draw on eyebrows because I don't know how to wear makeup. But after that, I learned that there's this embroidery thing. Wow, save your life, guys. Go for it.
No, it's so good.
It's so good. I don't have to wake up and then like one eyebrow higher than the other. So like it was always a mad rush when I have to go to school, you know. When it comes to things like relationship, you know, talking to people, putting yourself out there, I think that is still a very big hurdle right now. Due to the way I style myself, right? They also often question me about like my sexuality, what do you identify as? And as you get older, they get concerned, right? So the more they will ask you. And the thing is, I have always been straight. And even with my hair, my behavior has always been deemed as unconventional. I behave like a tomboy. So with all these things added, it definitely did affect me, especially if I have to, you know, go out and like what Q said, people will say that you will look nicer if you dress this way. Like what Joe said, remove your mole and you will look nicer, right? Sometimes I do get people telling me that maybe you should wear a wig, dress more feminine because you already don't have hair already. If you dress up like that, right, then more boys won't like you. So like, it's this kind of thing that you hear, then the more you want to be daring, because I know that there's a lot of girls out there who want to dress like, you know, how they want to, and we shouldn't be limited by that. So
Preach.
yeah,
Exactly.
just embrace yourself. The right one will come, and when the time is right, the time is right. So at the end of the day, what the uncle said to you, right, wouldn't matter because you're not gonna date to that. You're not gonna date that uncle.
Straight. Like, 真的.
You're not gonna date that uncle, and if your
You're not
family
gonna
is
date the
happy
uncle.
with it,
You can
right?
date a daddy
Yeah.
lah, but not
Not
As a
that
daddy.
uncle. We'll be out.
It's so weird, huh? Like how femininity is something that people even try to put in a box. Like, you're not feminine if you don't dress this way. You're not manly enough if you don't dress this way. And it's all on their terms, which just further proves that it's really up to the person that's digesting it. Like if it was a very conventionally pretty girl, but she's a bit rougher, they'd be like, "Ah, yeah, she's just taller." And they almost embrace it and think it's an endearing thing. But if you present more androgynously, and you could be the most feminine, like soft, they still wouldn't accept you as a feminine person, which just proves that if they don't want to see it, they won't see it.
I discovered this when I was like planning for my wardrobe at home.
Yeah.
Like women got a lot of different kind of clothes.
We do.
For guys, right, it's top, bottom, then like your underwear.
Okay, but style aside, could be
So-
like haircut, like how you look, facial, like
I do think that
whatever.
especially coming from like a boys' school in secondary school, right? Sometimes when you put in too much effort, you get mocked also.
Okay.
You're like, wow, cut hair, ah, wow, wow, perm, ah. Yeah, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
there is that sort of like like toxic masculinity
Yes.
that's within male circles also. So I think that's why a lot of people just like, hey, conform lah, just wear the SG uniform of like Uniqlo. But then again, I think that even when guys deviate, they don't deviate that much.
Understand.
Yeah. So because there's not as much room to deviate as compared to women lah.
And it's also interesting because, for example, tattoos, right? Like I would say on a woman is different from how tattoos are on a man. Because maybe on a guy, like let's just say girls will find that attractive. Like some girls will find that attractive. But you
Sorry,
agree?
I'm smirking.
Cute like cute like.
Because you like lah, okay.
A little bit.
Question
part.
What's your favorite date idea? I'm so bad at like dating things. Okay, but I like to watch sunset. I love like picnic and sunset.
Love.
Ideal, yeah. Like especially if the person can, yeah,
Drive.
sure. Then I'm like, oh. Then you set up the picnic chair,
The decathlon picnic chairs.
and the table, and then you like bring the food, and then you sit there.
What is the most creative insult you have been insulted with? Actually, I don't remember the old ones, but we were just laughing about one yesterday.
Our previous episode, okay, go check it out. We have an episode talking about our 20s.
Glow up.
Glowing up, about glowing up. And then Q said like, oh, I used to be very ugly. And someone commented, used to. Like,
You're
please-
still ugly now.
Yeah, not you saying that with your profile picture there.
Okay, what makes someone a good friend and a bad friend? Wow, I think really just how dependable you are.
When did you stop taking an allowance from your parents?
Yesterday.
Still got. Right.
I don't remember. It must have been from when I stopped school. So I think when I graduated from LaSalle.
Who is a guest you would like to see on the hot pot?
Wow.
Wow. 郑格平.
Make it happen.
Make it work.
But adding to that point, right, I also want to add that guys also don't have it as easy.
Of
lah.
course, of course.
Because, in fact, like what you just said, they choose to conform, right? But those who choose to stand out, right, they get twice as much hate.
Yeah.
Actually,
Or
very
they get
true.
called out even worse.
Because there's fewer men who stand
Yes.
out.
Yeah,
compared to,
exactly.
like women who stand out.
So it's
yeah.
it's much more harder on them. And as for those, guys also struggle with things like hair loss and stuff. Lah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we always say that it's easier for guys because guys no hair than my girls cannot, right? But the thing is, no, it's equally as hard for guys because it is like if you suddenly lose your hair right now, it would be like
I
a
have mentioned this before in previous episodes, right?
okay,
Where
guess,
something that I'm quite stressed about is like hair loss. So I'm on like hair subreddits. Wow, it's quite intense. They will really discuss like what medication they're taking and things like that. Then is it time to shave my head or is it not time to shave my head? That sort of thing. So it's a very real struggle that a lot of men face also.
Oh my god, I think something also they face that maybe they cannot even change is like height. Is it like a sensitive thing
Yeah.
for guys? I feel like that is something I hear a lot that is the most sensitive for men, I think.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Height lah, yeah.
Height.
So do you all think that someone can be accepted as attractive even if you don't fit beauty standards? Say in like a local context lah.
100%. But I think it depends on what you find attractive, right? Like there are some people who Love is Blind is a great example. Reality dating series. They're like, we're here not to judge someone based on their looks. And someone's interests could be very attractive. The way someone talks could be very attractive. The way they handle themselves or deal with stressful situations can be very attractive. So I definitely think it's possible for someone to not look conventionally attractive to be very attractive. Charisma.
So but I think the most important thing is if I ask you, do you think you're attractive, then you should, like, ideally in the ideal world, I feel like it's healthy to be like, yeah, I'm attractive in a way that I'm comfortable with.
as we grow and as social media evolve, like right now on TikTok, you can see that there's a lot of different communities, right? There's like the gaming, tech, there's even fashion and beauty. So it was from the fashion and beauty side that I get to see like people exploring different choices and the way they make up and style, you know. You normalize it because you see it often and sooner or later it will become something that is normal to us and we just accept it. But I think ultimately the acceptance comes from within. Until you truly accept yourself, you won't be able to feel like you have been accepted or not.
100%.
Yeah.
I think an example of someone who's not conventionally attractive but thriving, very successful, and has a very big fan base is Ed Sheeran. So there's this thing called musician handsome. Have you heard of that? They're only attractive because of their talent. And this is just layman terms, okay? To put very lightly without digging deep.
Is it talent or money?
I think it's
talent.
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 Okay.
They have
It's
talent
not,
and money.
it's not even like quantifying their talent, but it could be their passion.
Yeah.
It could be their
job.
tenacity.
Yeah, sometimes they talk about their jobs, right?
Yeah.
And then they're so passionate about it.
A few years ago, right, I still remember like one of a friend, right, girl, she told me something that like I thought was damn funny. She said like when we first met, right, when I first met her, she thought that I was attractive. Then after that, like after hanging out with me for 1 hour, she said cannot.
Oh no.
Then I laughed.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Your personality also will play a very big part in how attractive you are to certain types of people.
Yeah.
I think it's 50%, 50%.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, is
if
it?
If some super handsome guy come and say, your boob's not pretty.
your boots.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard boots.
I heard that as well. I was like, huh?
Some super handsome guy come out to you and say like, your boots, 不秋. Then you straight away will like your view of this guy straight away will
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
drop
Yeah,
also.
100%.
Instantly turn off.
Yeah,
ah.
I mean, I went on a date with someone who's super attractive. Like physically, he's my type. But the moment he spoke, right, and the way he was a bit narcissistic lah. Like everything was about himself. Then immediately not appealed at all. Yeah.
Speaking of personality, I think someone is very sure of themselves and confident. We find that very attractive, right? But I think a lot of people also say that it's easy to be confident when you are conventionally attractive. Everything that you see assures who you are. Like the media assures your beauty.
Yeah.
It's very true.
You know what I mean?
It's easy to be confident when you have external affirmation on like something.
Yeah.
So if like you're not physically attractive but you super rich,
yeah.
then like the whole world tell you that money is like the most important thing in the world, then chances are you will be confident. Yeah, I'm damn rich. Yeah.
So one thing that Leah mentioned on her video was about pretty privilege. So do you guys think that really matters?
Oh, it exists. I think it's very obvious it exists when you see the disparity in treatment with people, whether it be in service, be it in the workforce, be it online, or just in general at a party. You can just observe.
There are some jobs that like the very job requirement is you must be good looking. A few years ago, right, I have a distant cousin, right, who was like just graduating from uni, and then like she's quite like pretty lah. So then there were uncles and aunties that were telling her, just go and do insurance or property lah. Very easy ma, cause you're pretty. So there's this sort of like notion also that like, oh okay, sales job or like even something like what does being good looking have to do with insurance or like how well you manage finances and things like that. But then there's that stereotype lah.
The only time that I've experienced this is at a bar.
At the bar.
Yeah, at a bar. Okay, maybe because it's the way I style and so someone bought a drink for the table.
Yeah.
But that person didn't buy a drink for me. So and it was very obvious that like he knew that I was a girl as well.
What about in the workplace when actually like your looks have no bearing on the work that you do?
I think that if you're more attractive, your ideas are taken more seriously. And the way you present yourself. And it could just be they view you as confident solely because you are deemed attractive in their eyes.
I feel like maybe my thought is the opposite of that actually, because sometimes if you're too attractive, right, they may think like she's just a pretty face. She may not know much about the work that she's doing. So I think this could be a struggle that maybe some attractive people may face, like to be taken seriously in their jobs. There are girls who say like, oh, I cannot wear like this kind of makeup. I have to wear glasses, I have to wear a blazer, I have to kind of tone down the prettiness. I mean, they see I'm
take me more
attractive, but they'll take
seriously.
me more seriously.
In certain industries, like
Yes.
law, especially.
I have a friend tell me that isn't it a universal experience for girls to go to a club at a bar and then get free drinks? I just looked at her and I was like, huh? Like, I've never gone to a bar and just stood there and then people come up to me and give me drinks. Like, never.
Right.
Sometimes the pretty people, the attractive people may not realize that they are attractive and they are having a privilege from being attractive also.
I just remember something because last time Halloween Horror Nights a very long queue, right?
Yeah.
Then my group of friends just sent the prettiest girl to
Cut
go
queue.
and ask a group of guys, can we cut
What?
queue?
Then
And then
what?
they allow.
Oh my god! Oh
No,
my
but it's so funny
God.
because some people use it to their advantage also, and that's how pretty privilege works, right? It's like
Right.
using that to your advantage.
So just now you guys also mentioned about how Gen Zs are more unapologetically them. Do you guys think that beauty standards in Singapore will start to change because of this new generation?
I do, because you can really see the change happening, and more people are more daring to be themselves, and you can see guys fitting into girls' clothes and girls wearing guys' clothes, and even at Uniqlo, you can see they have this a range of clothes for both gender. So I think we are starting to see more of a change happening in like our everyday living. So like they will cheer themselves out. They will look at the mirror and be like, yes, that's what I'm gonna wear.
They very rizzed up.
That's not how you use
He
it.
really took a deep breath before he said that. And like, he's very proud of it. I don't know how to feel about
Dead
it.
ass.
Sorry, what?
He just said dead ass.
Any last words, Leah, Adel, for people watching?
It's natural to compare yourself to other people who are more attractive. Like, this is a human nature thing. But find the confidence and the qualities that you think you are attractive about yourself, and like, you know, think about that and like value your worth on that also, not just like on the appearance lah.
Yeah, end of the day, like what Leah said, we're all humans. We have to be empathetic to everyone, because it's not easy being human lah. Guy or girl, queer, it's truly not easy. So yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please share your stories with us in the comment section.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And of course, a big thanks as well to our special guests for today, Leah and Adeline.
Be nice. There's gonna be comments about bad haircuts. It's a regrowth, but
I love it. No, you look so good.
thank
great.
you.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
You want to go first?
You can go.
You're very annoying.
You go first.
You go.